Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to see you on a YouTube channel called Liberland Railways Corporate. I'm founder of the project Liberland Railways, and today let me introduce you with another our member of our railway, of our corporate railway member called Carlsberg Group. It's Carlsberg is a famous beer from Denmark, and today I would like to introduce you with this group, which is one of members of our corporate model railway. So let's see my screen, and I'll start my presentation. I will not introduce you with this group, with this famous brand. I think it is well known for everybody in this world. Nevertheless, they have a lot of brands, a lot of sub brands, which allows you. Which is recognizable in your region, I'm sure. So first of all, let's do some group overview. So our plan is for today is to make group overview to understand their strategy of sale 27, and a little bit to see financial results because we are a little bit investment channel, not railway channel. It's very important to understand. Maybe a little bit in another topics we will see maybe in another part. So please subscribe and let's go. So you can see the Carlsberg Group at a glance. You see the total revenue, they indicated in Danish kroner. So in Denmark kroners. So you see it's about 70 billion kroners. Is crowns, it's about $10 billion. 10 billion. You can imagine. $10 billion is pretty huge revenue. So you can see free cash flow is 9 billion Denmark krones. Here's operating profit. I think it's about 1 billion, a little bit more than $1 billion US dollars. Net interest and cash returns is also on your screen. So it's huge monster, huge holding. You will see a little bit later the slides showing why they are so huge. So you can see geographical exposure. Here is indicated in positions number 1 and number 2. Let me remind you that here is a report for 2022. We are shooting this video in 2023, but as this year is not over yet, so we have results for 2022. But you can see, you can imagine approximate numbers. What company is doing. So first of all, you can see this first circle is volume split, then you can see the second circle is revenue split, and the third circle is operating profit split. It's shared in 3 sectors. First is dark green is Western Europe, green is Asia, and blue is Central and Eastern Europe. So just a second, just a short information, just a short view. Positions number 1 and number 2 on the market. So in Western Europe, it's Denmark, it's Sweden, Norway, Finland, Switzerland, France, and Portugal. As for Asia, also positions number 1 and 2 is Western China, Laos, India, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, and Nepal. And in Central and Eastern Europe, positions number 1 and number 2 is Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Baltic states, it's Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, is Greece and Bulgaria. Also represented other markets such as Italy, Serbia, Croatia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Myanmar, Eastern China, UK, Poland, Germany. And you can see the most, as for volume, you can see as for the volume is the most, the first place is on Asia. The first place in, as for revenue split, the first place in Western Europe, and operator split, the first place also is in Asia. So Central and Eastern Europe sector is not so large. So let's see premium beer portfolio. Total volume, it's let me remind you, it's a premium beer portfolio. It's not the whole portfolio, just a premium. So you can see share is about 16% of the whole range of beer beverages. So first of all, you can see, for example, this Greenbergen is increasing 11% increasing. As we see, 1664 Blanc is decreasing 4%. Export Carlsberg is 14% volume growth. Tuborg is 9% volume growth within previous year 2022, and the most the champions is here in Brooklyn Brewery, Brooklyn Lager is 42%. So it's just a premium. Let's see another beverages. Here we go. It's 62% of the total volume. So you can see a range of different beverages. I know that you can watch our video from different points, different points of the world, and you can meet a different of my famous brands in your region, because I see here is Asian beverages, European, Bulgarian, Kazakhstan or Russia. So really a huge range of beverages, and also they have alcohol-free brews, so-called AFB, and also the beverages beyond beer. So you can see here 3%. It's 3% of the beverages volume, and here is not a beer, but also included in the range. So let's go for another unit of our presentation. Is strategy sale 2022. So is really strategy sale 27. So it's really a huge strategy. If we let's see, you see a lot of trees, special tree showing their strategy with different brands, with different goals, and so on and so forth. So they're telling us that they push perfection every day. They strive to brew better beers that stand at the heart of moments that bring people together. So, but the problem is not beverages only, not beer only, but the problem is people who's working with, who's producing this beer, the environment, and so on and so forth. So this strategy, Sale 27, developed to cover a lot of problems. So you can see here the ambition guides: most successful, most professional, most attractive. And let's see the strategy. So first of all, they would like they're creating value for stakeholders, for employees, and for society. So as for shareholders, so they're making organic revenue growth 3 or 5%. CAGR is compound annual growth rate, and organic operating profit growth above NR at above net revenue. Disciplined capital allocation, ambitious sustainability targets, and so on and so forth. As for employees, a purpose-led and performance-driven company with strong development opportunities and engagement. An attractive, diverse, and inclusive workplace. Strong brands, products, and ambitious sustainability efforts to be proud of. So they are really they're trying to be good for every audience they're working with, and also, of course, society, as championing sustainability in their journey together towards zero. We will see their plans, their travel to the zero. What do they mean under this phrase? Supporting the Carlsberg Foundation to invest in science, arts, and culture, even culture and science, and partnering with communities and contributing to prosperity in the countries in which they operate. Here in the left part of the slide, you can see the portfolio choices, geographical priorities, execution excellence, and winning culture. So let me not stop at every point. You can see it by yourselves, and let we go further. So portfolio choices. So premium sector is very important for Carlsberg Group. So, for example, the beverage with the name 1664 Blanc is existing in new markets. It's grow local craft and specialty offerings, particularly in Western Europe. Also selectively scale such trademarks like Grimbergen and Brooklyn. Also about premium international lager. Extract the premium growth potential of Carlsberg and Tuborg, particularly in Asia. In premium local brands, drive growth and scale for local premium brands across markets. So they are representing international brands and local brands. So I think it should be recognizable your own the brand of your own area or your own country, but you shouldn't know another country brand. So it's about premium. The next one is mainstream core beer. So, for example, I see some brands from my country. Yeah, some guy could see a brand from another country. So, for example, this is Ukrainian beer. So a strong platform of local power brands, providing scale and solid backbone for the local businesses. You can see there showing us opportunities, leveraging repeatable commercial models and innovations across markets and brands, premium line extensions, entrance points to offer categories such called alcohol-free variants, and applying a rigorous model of resource allocation. And this part of beverages range is non-alcohol beverages or alcohol-free brews. It's not a large part of their portfolio, but nevertheless we can see it's also strong. It's alcohol-free beer mixes, so redless, flavored, non-alcoholic beers, and Somersby, and no fermented malt beverages. Also, they're driving growth, further build market leader positions, leverage their strong local power brands, the international premium brands, and stand-alone alcohol-free brands. And if you're speaking about regions, they accelerate volume growth in Western Europe, scale portfolio in Central and Eastern Europe, including in export and license markets, and seed growth in Asia. So in Asia, they're starting just starting their market with non-alcoholic brews. And also there are some drinks which is not a beer. So increasing consumer demand for beverages outside the beer categories such as ciders, beer mixes, RTDs. RTDs is ready to drink beverages, including hard seltzers, pre-mixed cocktails, and so on and so forth. And creating strong brands. So number one is Somersby. You can see it here. It's leveraging strong Somersby brand. And the second is Garage. Garage is proving strong growth for hard lemonade proposition in Eastern European markets. So they are selling also lemonade. What about now a couple of words about geographical priorities. So we can see three regions: Western Europe, Asia, and Central and Eastern Europe. So if I'm speaking about Western Europe, they're accelerating revenue growth through premiumization. So they're trying to forward their premium beverages and increasing margins. What about Asia? They're keeping volume and value growth momentum, special focus on such countries like China, India, and Vietnam. And Central and Eastern Europe, they strengthen leadership in key markets of this region, build scale in some selected markets. What about execution excellence. They're supporting their portfolio and geographic choices, stepping up and continuously improving execution capabilities. Then particular focus on Excel point of purchase, master digital data and processes, drive supply chain excellence. It's such their excellence. About culture, about winning culture, of course, if this company is number one is in beer market, in global beer markets, also they have a winning strategy. So performance, we can see first of all purpose-led and performance-driven people. Brewing for better today and tomorrow. AAA behaviors. We're speaking about teams, alignment, accountability, and action. Strengthening talent pipeline and talent management, and intensifying focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Also alive by their compass, culture and compliance and integrity, supporting continued ethical behavior and protecting reputation as a responsible brewer. This is the winning culture of Carlsberg Group. And information I promised you to speak about their zero strategy. Zero strategy, zero and beyond, they're calling it with this name. So you can see zero carbon footprint, zero farming footprint, zero packaging waste, zero water waste, zero irresponsible drinking, and zero accidents culture. So they have a huge strategy in their program, and let's see what have been achieved and what are they planning to do. Let's start from zero carbon footprint. You can see the achievements. 57 carbon emissions less if compare with 2015, and you can see the target for 2030 and 2040. So in 2040 they're planning to finish their distance with zero carbon footprint. As for zero farming footprint, you can see there are no achievements this year, 2022, 2023. They are planning, they have some plans for 2030 and 2040. As for zero packaging waste, also plans only to have full recyclable, reusable and renewable packaging, reduce of fossil-based plastics, so on and so forth. So plans only. What about water waste? Is 31% less in brewery water use gradually since 2015. It's very good. Next one is zero irresponsible drinking. It's just information on their bottles and their products about including information. I don't know. Let's check what their targets for 2030. It's responsible drinking and messaging through packaging and brand activations. I think so. Maybe they will add some additional labels. I don't know. 100% of their markets run partnerships to support responsible consumption. So just information. They are trying to inform the consumers of the beer to drink it responsibly. As for target maintained, zero accidents culture. In 2022, 41% reduced in accidents on their factories, on their warehouses, if compare with 2015. What about funding? SEL 27, huge strategy. Funding journey program. You can see the savings in Denmark kroners. You can see reinvestment. Funding the culture. SG&A is selling general administrative expenses. And you can see TWC minus 16% is trade working capital. It's funding the journey, culture. So they established their continued investments in this program priorities. So they have some priorities in this program, so they continue investing in it. A little bit some information about financial metrics. Organic revenue of CAGR is, let me remind you, it's compound annual growth rate. So organic revenue is from 3 to 5%. Actually, it's continue going on when the company is huge and just without any investment, involving more and more customers. Organic operating profit growth above revenue growth and continued ROIC, return of investment capital focus, and effective tax rate of around 21%. So these are key financial metrics. What about capital allocation principles? So first of all, invest in business to drive long-term value creation. Maintain a conservative balance sheet with EBITDA. EBITDA is earnings before interest, taxes, and amortization. It should be 20. Maintain a conservative balance sheet lower than 2x. Maintain a payout in ratio of approximately 50%. Distribute excess cash of shareholders through share buybacks and extraordinary dividends. If value enhancing acquisition opportunities arise, they may deviate temporarily from the above. So it's just a plan, and they can be flexible depending on the situation. So very important that their management can just slightly use another strategies if they need to manage the company. The next unit is financial results. So just a short overview. Also, revenue is in Denmark kroners. You can see in 2022 is pretty high revenue. Also, operating profit and organic growth. Also, I think it's the highest rate. What about adjusted EPS? Its earnings per share is you can see also it's the best index in this chart, ever. Average trade working capital and free cash flow. So you can see about net revenue is decreasing on this chart, and operation cash flow and free cash flow. You see also it's the best of all the chart, the best index. Dividend per share and payout ratio for the investors and adjusted in blue is dividend share, and in green adjusted payout ratio. So this ratio is slightly decreasing. It's adjusted to special items after tax, and in 2022 also for special items after tax in Russia. We'll speak about Russia a little bit later because they have a real problem with that. Growing shareholder cash revenues. So total cash return to shareholders in dark green is share buyback, and in green we can see dividends. As for me, it's also very strange. It's very strange, but it's the best index in this chart. So 2022 was the best year if we are speaking. So it shows the company is growing. We know it's global, but nevertheless it's continuing growth. And the last moment is Russia. So they ran huge facilities in Russia called Baltic breweries, and in 2022 Carlsberg announced sale of these facilities, but Russian government issued a presidential decree temporarily transferring the management of Russian business to Russian Federal Agency and State Property Management. So not too deep to this problem, but nevertheless they're trying to steal this business from Carlsberg Group, and Carlsberg Group trying to work according to international law to sell this business, but Russia doesn't permit to do it. They're trying to take it or to buy it on very low prices. So we can see the Carlsberg Group trying to take their money out of there, take the funds. But it's too heavy to do it because they don't want to. They want Carlsberg Group to be left to leave Russia, but nevertheless they're trying. They're making problems them to sell their business in Russia. So we can see that the receivable has been written down to zero. The write-down has been recognized in the net result from Russian operations held for sale and is in addition to the impairments of 1.2 billion German kroners reported to financial statement. So total write-downs recognized in the net result from Russian operations held of sale about 7 billions of Denmark kroners. So they have losses there. So they have income statement comprising accumulated currency transaction losses about 40 billion. 40 billion. It's about $5 billion. 40 billion Danish Denmark kroners. So, but nevertheless, it has no impact to the group totally. You can imagine that the problems with Russia haven't made some real impact to the whole business, to the global business. So it's very good. I think it's very good index. Nevertheless, Russia is not so small country, but it's not so small market. But they can really they feel they're very good, not paying attention for such problems with such country as Russia. Guys, this is information I wanted to provide you today. Next time, let me invite you to speak about their 2023 guidance, their leverage and financial policy, and their market. So, market of the Carlsberg Group, and hope you tasted or tasting of their products, or love or like to taste it with friends. Nevertheless, just information, just corporate information about this company, because they're our members, and we are proud they're members of our railway. And I'm inviting you to watch the next part of corporate presentation of Carlsberg Group, and just press to the bell not to miss our new videos about our new members. So thank you for the watching, and bye for now.